Hello, my name is Estia. I live in Israel, and I would like to share something with you. Now, we do know that the convoy, wherever it began, had a lot of power over people and especially over the politicians. It was that strong and that frightening that Putin began the war. Now, it continues so far because it succeeded. Its aim succeeded. We just stopped with the convoy. We stopped really doing a lot of things against what happened in our countries, and we know what it is, which means the manifestation of WEF policy. And we actually didn't think so much about what is really going on around. You know, we just think about the democratic stuff, but not what actually is the main issue for all the politicians to try to prevent us from actually awareness of. So last year, 196 countries signed of a convention, of a WHO convention, meaning actually that WHO had until last year had no power, no ability to force us to do anything. They could suggest. Actually, they've been built or created on 1948 to suggest for us things in favor of our health. And well, we know that it's changed. They now agree that they will function according to WEF policy. But the fact is that when the countries sign that convention, actually they gave an international law power to force us however they want to, no matter in the way of that we live, the pharma that we will have to use. And the only thing that they need is something that they add to it, probably health emergency or potential emergency in health or whatever they will suggest. And it can be because of water or pigs or chickens or whatever. They can just make up something and then they will force us and we will have no say. And no, so you just like myself, we succeeded not to have injections already more than 2 years. And you probably also saved the children. We actually in Israel saved many children. And we did quite a good job. And I'm sure that you did your best. But it will not help. It will be like a water that will sweep all our good will and actions on September this year. There is only one thing that we can do to avoid it. We have to tell the governments, and more likely the parliaments, that we reject these conventions, changes that they signed on last year, and that we want them to get out of WHO. Now, look, they had this year, you know, last week the annual convention ended. They had some changes, and one of them it was the erase of respecting of human rights and no international organization that actually erase our respect for human rights can be called a positive or something else, and I have to admit that for me, since this moment, I assume that they are more of a kind of terror group, or at least they are the terror hand or controller of WEF, and there is, we can understand how keen they are in the work that they intend to force us and to force us to use all these mRNA and other things which are now in the vaccines, all of the vaccines, and probably also other things which we are not aware of. And because they added to the management of WHO in North Korea. So for the next 3 years, North Korea is there to guide them how a real dictator can function. Because otherwise, why would they choose North Korea? I mean, if they want the best for humanity. The only thing that we can do is to gather as many letters of rejections. We reject the signed WHO's convention from last year. We do not agree for to our government to sign the new changes this year, and we want them to leave WHO. Our health is our responsibility, and we are sovereign countries, and we will not hand over our sovereignty to some international organization, mainly the ones that do not respect civil rights. Now, we have to do it now, because if we wait, we will not have the power to actually put it out. And from September, they will have the power over us. This September. They will tell you that those changes of this year will valid only after a year or a year and a half, that you have time to put it out. But it is not true, because 196 countries signed it last year, and that ends this September. Now, the best thing to do is to create a new convoy that will drive all over the country with the letter, signed letter, and remember that the signed letter, the date and your name should be handwriting, and you have to have the ID number or whatever, that they will not say that it's false. It will be yours. Now put it in boxes, have it on the convoy, go to your parliament, have some, if not the media, then have some professional people come over with you and take the photo of you handing over these boxes to the parliament. Otherwise, we agree. This is a silent agreement. And this is by law, makes WHO to be our apotropos, our governor, in case of emergency that can influence health. And we all know that they created the emergency when there was no emergency on 2020. So it's up to you. I'm Mc.D from Israel. And yeah, I'm here because I know that either we save ourselves or we will not. Now it's in your hands. I think that that's the best thing. Now, think how to write it. You reject the the sign on WHO convention of last year. agreements or whatever changes that they had, and you will not accept the one that they did this year, and since they, and you are not, and third, you will not hand your civil rights and your sovereignty to any other organization or country, and no government or no parliament can do it for you or instead of you, because you did not elect them for that. And if they do, it's a betray. They betray the country and the citizen. So write it nice, because this is what we think that it is, but we have to write it properly. And good luck to all of us. Remember to end that you want to pull your country out of WHO. This is the only way to prevent other governments from signing such an agreement. So the convoy everywhere in every country, every free country, should prepare itself to be on a track. We can do it. Bye.